So much dirt. I love it. My yard is looking lovely. I do want to touch on my colorful people statement because I see a lot of misinterpretation of what people say, because everybody jumps on some mainstream idea that I must be combative. I'm not. I'm not at all. I love all the colorful people that are here. I love the enrichment of my neighborhood. I'm worried about how many people came here and were sold a dream that's not here. You know, I made a lot of colorful people over the last 30 years of my life that tell me they came from really great neighborhoods and they had really what we would consider luxurious lifestyles. And they've been put in apartments. And they've been put in two-family dwellings. And it's okay to go get a building permit, go build a development of, a dozen houses, and then just be able to change the engineering, bypass it, and turn the garage into another bedroom or kitchenette or whatever has been done with the insides. Like, why did I buy this to get groceries? That's all I know. And I feel for them. We've had a lot of immigrants come here from the Ukraine, and some of them have been working in my stores for 2 years, and their smiles are gone. Something isn't okay with how it's being handled. I'm not pro anything or anti anything except bullies. And propaganda, being bullied by social pressure into agreeing to things that with my own grown eyes I can see will not sustain themselves. The idea that we're not even managed right now with housing in my province, but we say we have room for people from other countries. Like, what a sham. You get to this country and there's homeless people and they're in smaller dwellings and they're like, this isn't what they said it is. And I do wonder it because, they've established themselves here, same as my family. Same as my family, 126 some odd years ago, right? I came here and we, assimilated. I don't think that's a terrible word. I'm grateful to have been born here. My family's grateful all the way back to the ones that still stayed in the old world ways. I love this place. I love the human race. I'm just tired of watching everybody in mass. They say minority obeys majority. I don't know. I never was one to run with a big crowd. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't get caught up in the feelings. It's time for critical thought. We're rationalizing this stuff. Speak up. Advocate. That's how we enact change, is we don't let people we don't even know tell us what we should do. And our families, they're all allowed to have their opinions, and we should really quit those kitchen table arguments about who's right or wrong, because, I'm going to call stalemate. Nothing's happening. Except the algorithm. The predictable outcome every time. I don't think my spirit self signed up for that. I would have come down here like as a chicken or a cow or something, right? If I wanted to be farmed and husbanded and taken care of and had my housing and everything paid for to the standard of the farmer, I would like to think that I'd keep a small farm, one I could manage, one I could care for. I wouldn't get any ideas of grandeur or try to turn a profit off the people around me so I could get bigger. That's the nuts and bolts of it for me. You gotta remember, I'm studying psychology. I'm studying sociology. I'm studying people. And I'm being exposed and taught a lot of research that has come to conclusion after 30 years of study that says McDonaldization is not good for the herd. That just accepting everything and signing our name away isn't living. It's giving up. I want to participate in stuff. Well, you got to participate in the hard stuff too. Like standing up and saying no. No, thank you. There's nothing wrong with saying no, thank you. There's a lot wrong with screaming it at the top of your lungs. Nobody blames anybody for being frustrated either. It's like they took the color out of this place when they started melting the pot again. It's like everything went gray. Everything went gloomy. Because I don't think any of the beautiful colors right now know what's happening. It's always, we need investment. We need to grow. And we're looking around and we're like, grow. Half of us don't have what we need, let alone have room to support others. I'm going to challenge everybody, and I'm going to say, go and check The Art of War by Chow. It states in there that if you're going to take over a country, or you're going to support a country, you have to have the means to take care of your own and the one you're going to involve yourself in. There's military rules down here. Everybody agrees to keep them. The Antarctic Treaty says so. So there's rules of engagement when it comes to participating with other countries and moving their people around. We're asking their people to make way for more when their people are struggling. You know, if I could get my voice out there and be like, hey guys, whoa, listen to some Canadians before you make the jump. You know, like your government might be selling you snake oil. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I know that being an 80s baby, people were smiling. And all I see is gnashing teeth. And it's not fun anymore. Maybe if somebody stood up and said something, it would change. Or maybe if we just said, like, no, I don't want to do that. It goes against my beliefs. You know, my human right to think for myself. I grew the organic matter in here. It's debatable what I fed it. Sure. But where did I get access to all this stuff? Would I found it in a forest? Would I found it on a farm? Would I found it without a glass screen? Probably not. That's my curiosity. That's why I'm standing up and saying something. 30 years, and I've been watching, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. There were not homeless people when I was a kid. Now he's putting 2 families in houses in resort towns, but you're still not providing clean water for Metropolis, for the city of Winnipeg, for Lake Winnipeg. The show is done, so I gotta go. That's all I'm gonna say.